Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Cheers. We're together again.
So, yeah.
After a long time,
Thanks
we're back together.
Thanks for a Christmas surprise. We got a chance to cook again together.
Yeah, fantastic.
Fabulous.
Fantastic. It's Christmas Eve.
It is.
And Alex is going to show you.
We're going to make a wonderful beef and turkey jus, as opposed to the traditional gravy from the giblets and whatnot.
And what's the matter with gravy? I mean, gravy's good.
Nothing's the matter with gravy. We just want to take it that one notch up.
So what's the difference between a gravy and a jus then?
Well, a classic gravy is all the juices that come out of your roast meat. You thicken them up with a little bit of flour.
Your veg water.
And your veg water.
Yeah.
And veg trimming that you're going to boil up in it and strain it. The jus, on the other hand, is what we're going to show you now, and you'll see the differences yourselves.
It's a different story altogether.
Okay, let's go look.
Right?
Yep.
We just came back from the butcher. Piper is our favourite butcher on the island. You know, we had a drink with him as well. Nice little ouzo. And we've got these lovely bones here, like beef bones. Don't panic. If you ask your butcher to get you a couple of bones, I'm sure you can. And some turkey wings, which are going to add some fantastic taste into our jus. And look at those colours there.
Right. So we've got all our lovely veg here, but we're not going to use all of it. We're making, first of all, this all may seem like quite a lot, but we are making jus for like a dozen people. And a lot of the stuff is just going to be trimmings going in. So the parsnips, for instance, they had a little bit of sweetness. Just take the ends off. That's not going to cook, that's going to burn in the oven when you roast it because the rest of it is too thick. The more flavour you pack in, just the better your jus is going to be.
So we're going to use the parsnips to eat, but the trimmings go into the jus.
Absolutely.
Love it.
Same with the rest of the leeks that are out there. We're going to take the trimmings off them.
So except of me and you drinking together,
Yeah.
what would you like me to do?
Right, so we need to roast the bones.
Right, I'll season the bones, yeah?
Yeah, give them a little season and a little rub of oil, but we need to roast the bones always when you're making a jus. It's like making a brown stock. More flavour, and the roasting will bring out that nice dark caramel colour in your jus or gravy or however you want to
Wonderful.
call it.
Thank you, darling.
Right, I'm gonna coat them now with a bit of oil so they don't burn. Okay, I've got a little brush. Just sprinkle some lovely olive oil on them. Just splash the oil everywhere.
Lovely, jubbly.
Some bit of salt for seasoning. And some black pepper.
Onto the onions, again, literally just in half, because they will be boiling away for ages.
Skins and all, eh?
Skins and all, everything. Because it's going to get fine strained. As long as your vegetables are washed, absolutely everything is flavour. Everything, every last layer. Right. Next, we're going to move on to the carrots. Again, just a rough chop in half. Nothing fancy, because they will, I don't know if I've mentioned this so far in this video, this is going to be simmering overnight. This is 24 hours minimum. The more you cook the jus, the better it's going to be. Right, garlic, again, the same. Don't bother peeling it. Getting every clove out in half. Expose the inside, away it goes. Tomatoes, again, the same. Get some nice, always make sure you get some nice, really ripe plum tomatoes. I find they work the best. And again, in half. And onto the roasting tray. Next, the leeks. Again, we're just going to give them a rough chop. These ones have been cleaned, and I know they're all good, and these are the trimmings from the others. If you're not sure, I find it's good, just split them down the middle, and you can give them a rinse, and you're 100% sure there's no dirt or grit or anything like that left in. The ours are fine, so again, 3-4 big bits. Again, like be strategical about it, so the stuff that's going to burn easier, like leeks, parsnips, put them underneath.
As we're on top though at the moment.
Well, they're on top at the moment because I'm going to give everything a coat in oil so it doesn't burn. So
okay.
Everything again, because we want a Maillard reaction. We don't want burning. We just want nice Nice caramelisation, so that's going to give it a nice protective layer, and well, let's face it, it's delicious as well, this olive oil. Right, nice pinch of salt, just give them a little season. And then we're going to just make sure that oil goes everywhere.
And arrange your vegetables.
And arrange your vegetables so you've got your more durables on top. When you do it, because it can be a little bit more expensive than your regular gravy or whatever sauce you're making because of what goes in and the amount of energy you consume as well to cook it, because it takes a lot of time. So I highly recommend, don't cook anything smaller than a batch of 12. You can freeze it, bag it up, freeze it, portion it in vat
Oh, it freezes
packs,
well, yeah?
in pots, yeah, absolutely.
It freezes really well, yeah, perfect.
Cool. Right, oven. Into the oven if you can.
Please,
My hands are full of oil. And that's going to go and join the meat in there. Oh, look at that.
Whoa.
Lovely. Look at the fat coming out of them. Happy days. You want to achieve the colour and aroma from the roasting once they're nice and brown all over.
Charred.
That's a good word.
If you like. Right, so we're just going to give a quick turn to the bones.
You've got chef's hands, that's all right, but you might need a tongs for this.
Yeah, tongs would be ideal. I want to get all the marrow out of them.
Okay, so you need to do it both ends. Oh, I could just eat one of them right now.
For the wings.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry.
Right, so we've got the veg out. It's coloured beautifully, and we're just gonna. Okay, I usually would just chuck it straight in, but
You're trying to be a bit...
I'm trying not to make the kitchen, not to make a massive mess in the kitchen.
Oh, thank you, darling.
It really isn't working. They're sliding all over the place. Cool. Right. So we get all the veg in, all the juices. Make sure you don't lose anything. Straight into your pot. It would be on the stove, but we've just taken it out of the way so we can film a little bit better. We'll go straight back on. Right, so here we are.
High heat.
High heat, because we want to bring it to a quick boil up. So veg is in. We got, nothing goes to waste, so even the stalks from the tomatoes, the vine,
Loving it.
in it goes. It brings out a lot of aroma. Thank you, Giliagua, for that tip. I'll never forget that. Bit of rosemary or thyme or anything fragrant you got, anything you fancy. A couple of bay leaves. You're gonna get a handful, a pinch. Black peppercorns. Some pink peppercorns. Here's some I crushed earlier.
So the black one's going whole, but the pink one's going crushed.
Sorry, not crushed. I took them out of this.
Of the stem.
Oh, yeah, because they're,
Cleaned them earlier, sorry.
Yeah.
And we're going to go in with a litre, splashing out, a litre of red wine.
Wow.
Hot water, obviously, so you can boil a lot quicker. Just to add an extra little bit of richness and aroma, I'm going to drop in a nice tablespoon of some beautiful tomato paste.
Don't be shy to
Tomato
put
puree.
two.
Yeah, if you want to put two, put two. Look, we love tomato, it's aromatic, and again, it's going to boil overnight.
Okay, and what are you doing over here, chef?
And meanwhile, with the back of a teaspoon, I'm taking all the marrow out of the bones.
Oh,
And that with all of them.
So
okay.
Make sure all the fat's off nicely, get all that dripping off, because we're going to use that for something spectacular later on in this video.
yeah.
Oh, look at them.
Hang on a minute.
Beautiful.
We don't really need the turkey wings, do we?
Look, well, it is a decent turkey jus because it is Christmas, but I will admit that white meat boiled overnight ain't gonna. It's not gonna give us much.
We want the bones, don't we?
We want the bones.
So can I eat the flesh?
It might be a good sandwich idea after, because we've been smelling this now for a while. We're getting a bit peckish. Right, and here comes the magic part. So, traditionally, we would not use baking paper and deglaze the tray straight in. But because we've been using marrow bones and we've got that amazing marrow fat, what we're going to do is we're going to strain it, and we're going to use that to cook our potatoes in tomorrow. So we want to strain all the bits. We want to strain all the bits of protein out of it, all the bits of cooked protein, all the bits of cooked bone marrow, because they're going to burn with the potatoes, and we just want to keep the pure bone marrow fat, and that will be something else. And by the way, that straight in the pot.
Don't give it to Dad then, because he'll eat it.
Right, so
Dad never got his hands on it.
No. in with all the cooked marrow, and now what we're going to do is we're going to bring this. I'm going to bring it right to the rim. Use a big pot because you want to do it overnight. If you start really early in the morning and you want to do it until the evening, great. But overnight, like, you get a full 24 hours on it minimum is the best. So big pot. Make sure you cover it with water all the way to the top so it doesn't dry out, and just turn the heat right down and just let magic happen. See you tomorrow.
Christmas Day, yeah, 2023, here we are. You can hear all the buzzing in the background. And the jus is still going.
Reduced down, it's been without the top on all night, just the lowest possible heat, and now it's time to strain it. Yeah. Set yourself up the pot that you're going to reduce it in with a colander in there.
Okay.
And start straining. Obviously you want to take out the bulk first, so when you tip the juice in, when you tip all the stock that's left in there,
it doesn't splash
all over the place.
All over your kitchen.
Because you're going to reduce it even more, so there ain't going to be a lot left from what you start with. Every drop counts. There we go, now the majority of that's out. Right, so back on the heat, just before it starts boiling, just go around with a ladle and skim the fat off the top. I have done a little bit of skimming work while it was boiling away earlier, so I haven't got too much. But make sure you're not back up to a rolling boil by the time
you've skimmed.
Yeah, by the time you skim, because otherwise, I mean, you can imagine a rolling boil. The fat on the top's going all over the place.
Yeah.
And you can't catch it. It's really easy. If you've got loads of time, it's really easy. If you chill it, and then you can literally just lift the fat off the top.
If you have the time, yeah.
Fantastic, really easy. But because we're eating it today,
this is how we're doing it today.
skimming.
And I'm gonna save this for my spaghetti tomorrow.
Oh, absolutely. By all means.
Yeah, don't throw that away.
By all means. That is a really tasty beef fat.
Cheers, mate.
Amazing. Cheers.
Yes, Merry Christmas days, buddies.
If you guys remember from yesterday, which for you is probably about a minute and a half ago in this video, we scooped out all the fat from the bone marrow that dripped out of the bones when we roasted it. That is the best. And
So-
that is this.
So we're adding a little bit of butter because we don't have enough for the amount of potatoes we have, yeah?
Yep, just to fluff it up a little bit. Sorry.
Okay.
To extend the yield. And yeah, we're going to pop this in the oven, get it nice and hot. We've parboiled our potatoes so they get lovely and crispy outside and absorb all that.
And this is our taste buddy
Fantastic.
Hella, who does all these beautiful sweets, all these beautiful cakes and biscuits and you name it, you know, on the Taste Buddies Facebook page.
And we'll be having a Taste Buddy special with you soon, won't we, my lovely?
Oh yes, I promise, Lucky, that I will make my paximadia.
Bravo,
Fantastic.
Zakifina Paximadia.
Zakifina
Coming from Hela.
So wait for that video. Meanwhile, this in the oven to make it nice and hot.
So, here we are.
After 36 hours,
We're about to serve. The jus is reduced down to this consistency. Coat the back of the spoon. Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
so let's go. Let's dish up. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I have to say, now I know the difference between jus and gravy.
That's made my Christmas.
And these are our
Bone marrow
bone marrow roasties.
and fresh
Whoa.
buttered potatoes, which was Alexis' idea, I must admit. I'm 62 years old, I never did bone marrow potatoes. and they smell absolutely incredible.
I think you better get them to the table because there's a lot of hungry people out there.
Shall some come off in?
I think you should.
Feliz Navidad.
All together.
Prospero años, felicidad.
I want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Cheers, everybody. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, taste buddies.
Next, stop eating. Merry Christmas.
Feliz Navidad. Flamberizi.
Yay!
Oh, now we got it.